Story time on how me and my ex-best friend aren't friends anymore. You might want to grab a snack and sit down because this is going to be a lot. By the way, this is no hate whatsoever towards her. I do hope for the best for her. Just for some background, this has happened before in our friendship. A situation kind of like this that caused a huge breakup before. Also, she does go to a different school than me. She goes to my sister's school. She's like a grade younger. Anyway, so starting off, our whole friendship was like sideways. There was always something going on. Certain situations like friendships, boyfriends, school, anything like that, it was always, you know. In the past, she has broken up me and my ex-boyfriend out of a whole lie, and it was just a really big situation. I mean, in the end, we did break up. And throughout that period of time, she hated him. She didn't like me being with him. She would get upset if I hung out with him, even though I spent literally every single weekend with her. She just broke us up because she didn't want us together. So that should give you a little bit of background on this situation. So this starts off and I'm sitting in class. I get a phone call from this girl and she's telling me, "Did you see this account?" I was absolutely confused. I was like, "What account are you talking about?" She told me, you know, the secret account that Rain has. Rain is the code name for my ex-best friend. I was like, "Absolutely not. Let me see this account." So she shows me it, and mind you, there's a whole bunch of girls by this girl and they're all like talking about it. So she shows me it and it's literally a whole bunch of videos about me, and the videos are a whole bunch of lies, and majority of those videos are based on me and my current boyfriend. Mind you, she'd always tell me, "I hate your current boyfriend," and she'd sit there and make fun of him and say all these things about him when she knew I didn't feel comfortable with that and I didn't like it one bit. She just thought it was a big joke and she could say whatever she wants because she was my best friend at the time. Anyways, it was a whole bunch of videos bashing me, a whole bunch of lies. It was misleading lies about me personally and me and my boyfriend, and the whole reason for these videos was to get a hint of fame. You know how people make those accounts, those secret accounts, and try to blow up on them? That's exactly what she did, yet she used me, her best friend, to slander for fame. As I was looking through these, I'm not kidding you, my heart dropped and I started bawling. I was so confused on what this was even for. I was so confused because there was nothing going on at all. The entire time she was secretly having an account, blocked me and everybody that's related towards me, like friends, family, blocked. And she's sitting here bashing me for fame. And I just like to point out, at the time, she was slowly replacing me with a girl that she would talk insane things about. Like this girl, she would always be talking bad about her, and I didn't know it yet that she was replacing me until later on. Anyways, after I see all those videos, my first resort was to text her. So I sent her a really big paragraph and I made it the most respectful as possible, and I was heartbroken. I was devastated because my best friend of almost 3 years is sitting on social media bashing me for fame and making a whole bunch of lies about me just for fame. So when I texted her, she responded hours later, ignoring the whole paragraph and saying, "Yeah, we can talk later." We never talked later, and it's been weeks. And after I did send her that paragraph, I did notice she made another video about me. I was just so lost. I was confused on what I did in the first place. I did absolutely nothing but be there for her and comfort her, and I was a really good friend to her. And behind my back, she's sitting here and doing all of this. She has chosen her boyfriend and this girl that she was replacing me with, and I didn't think much of it. So weeks go by and she's still talking bad about me, which I still have no idea for what reason. And meanwhile, during that time, her boyfriend is sitting there bullying my little sister at school. And on the lines of that, the girl that she was replacing me with the entire friendship, as soon as we stopped being friends, they were immediately best friends. They were together 24/7, doing the exact same things that me and her would do. So it shows how easily replaced I was. I don't know if this whole thing is based off of jealousy or what. I honestly am still confused to this day. I have no idea what caused this or what has happened. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. I love you guys so much. Bye.
I caught my best friend's boyfriend cheating on her, and here is how. So me and my best friend always had this thing where if one of us had a boyfriend and we saw them with another girl, we would always ring each other and tell them. So basically, I was out shopping with some of my friends, and then I walked into like Nando's because we all wanted to have a Nando's, and there her boyfriend was sat with some girl. And the thing that makes it 10 times worse, when I tell you this girl was in our friendship group. She was one of our closest friends. So I literally took a picture of them two together, and then I rang my best friend and I was like, look who your boyfriend is sat with. Yeah. And when I tell you she was not happy, well, naturally she's not going to be happy, is she? But she was fuming, and so was I. And she was like, oh my god, he told me he was going to Nando's with his boy, blah, blah, blah. Well, clearly he is not. But obviously he couldn't see me because I was like the other side of Nando's and he had like his back to me, so he couldn't see me. Wrong way. So then I rang my best friend and I was like, you need to come here right now. But anyway, I'm all ready and I need to go, so let me know if you want a part 2 on how we confronted him.
Hey guys, get ready. I want to talk about how I'm grounded again. This situation makes me so mad because it's literally so unfair, the reason why I got grounded, and I'm just so freaking upset right now. Okay, so basically last night my house got TP'd, and I know who it was, but like I don't care enough to drag names into this, so we're not gonna talk about that. But anyways, the people that TP'd my house like did it really early to the point where my parents were still up, so they had already like been caught and whatever. And then my parents go back inside and I start cleaning up the mess, and then their car keeps like coming back. I want to say their car came back like 5 or like 3 times, somewhere around that, and they just kept throwing toilet paper outside the windows. And so like I don't know if my friend is like slower or something, but she picks up a brick and throws it at the car. Anyways, obviously that causes like severe damage to the car, and then like all you can hear is like them saying they're gonna fight us or whatever. And so obviously like someone went inside to get my parents because like I had no idea what was going on because I didn't even know a brick was thrown at the car. So I go to look at the car and it's like damaged pretty badly. Like it's not like super terrible, but like obviously it's gonna be expensive to repair. Like it's not like it was like a whole side. It was like lower and it was still pretty bad. And so obviously like when my parents get out, they're pretty freaking pissed because one of my friends basically just vandalized a car. Like obviously toilet paper is still vandalizing, but like not damaging. You can pick that up. Anyways, everyone just walked in here and now I'm even more pissed. Okay, I don't really remember where I was at in the story, but the cops get called obviously because they're not leaving our house and because of like my friend who vandalized their car. Anyways, here's the part where I come in. So basically like I try to tell my mom I'm sorry and that like I explain like what happened and stuff and like how I like had no clue this was gonna happen and like how I was completely blindsided by everything. And she's just like, Hope, what the fuck did you do? Like you knew this was gonna happen, didn't you? And I was like, what? I literally had no fucking I'm sorry guys, I literally had no clue. Like I'm like just so mad right now. Like I just like can't even, I don't know. I don't even care about the TPing. I care about the fact that I'm grounded. Well, I kind of do care about the TPing because it's like not like it's my parents' house, but like I just don't. It's not like I was the one who picked it up. So anyways, back to the story. I just like keep trying to like apologize and stuff, and she's like, if you say one more word, you're grounded. Well, clearly like I said another word because like I was like, but mom, like I just want to let you know I'm sorry. I said something along the lines of that, and then I guess that literally gets me grounded. Okay, I don't know where I was at, but I think it was at the part where she said something about like me being grounded if I don't shut my mouth. Anyway, so after all that, like fast forward to the next day, which is today, I literally wake up. The first thing I do is I go downstairs. I'm like, hey mom, like I'm so sorry about last night. I didn't like know any of that was gonna happen. And like I was basically apologizing for something I didn't do because I honestly literally didn't do anything. And she said something like, I forgive you, but you're still grounded. And so obviously I just like literally go off the rails. Like I honestly don't even know. When I get mad, like I start crying. So I literally just started freaking like tears are pouring down because I was just so freaking mad because like I literally did nothing. Now here's what she told me about like why I was grounded. She said something about me hanging out with people that do stupid shit like that. That's why I'm grounded. I never thought in a million years that my friend would throw a brick at a car. So I'm grounded because I hang out with people who do stupid shit like that. But that's like the first thing that's like ever been brought to my attention. And so obviously like me and them are not allowed to hang out like at all, and I don't know when we'll ever be able to hang out again. But this literally feels like freshman year all over again. So I'm like hoping I don't go into another depression of feeling alone. Because freshman year I quite literally had nobody because I wasn't allowed to hang out with him. I mean, I have more friends now obviously, but like I just don't want that happening to me again. Anyway, so last night I had reached out to the guy whose car was damaged. And like I literally apologized on my behalf. I mean, I didn't even do anything obviously, but like I felt insanely bad. Like if the roles were reversed, I would have been in tears because my car got damaged. I honestly just wish my house never got TP'd because then I wouldn't be grounded. So, like, I literally just hate everybody right now. Like, I'm just so done. Anyways, I low-key think I deserve an apology too because now I'm grounded. No, I'm just kidding, but, like, still, I'm still mad. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if I got grounded from the gym again because I don't even know. I don't even know if that's normal. Like, do you guys get grounded from the gym? If I do, I will actually, like, I don't even know. Like, I'll just, like, I don't know. But anyways, like, I hope you guys enjoyed me wanting to die in a hole, basically. But anyways, all is forgiven to people who TP'd my house, even though, like, I didn't get an apology. But just hopefully this doesn't happen again, and that, like, I'm on good terms with everyone who did that, because I don't want my house getting TP'd again. Get ready with me while I talk about things I got in trouble for with a really strict dad. So these are things that I think a child would not normally get in trouble for, but I guess we'll see. So starting off strong, I didn't get him or make him a birthday card when I was like 8 or 9. So me and my brother got sent to our rooms for the rest of the day. We tried to call our mom to tell her what happened, and then we got in trouble for that. The next thing I got in trouble for was for not being hungry at breakfast time or not eating all my food at dinner. I mean, it wasn't because I like wanted to like be skinny or something like that. Like, I was literally just like really little and could not physically eat the same amount as my older brother could. I don't understand how that one is that wrong. And on that note, one time I had some food left that I just like was not hungry at all. Like, I had eaten like so much. So then I said I had to go to the bathroom, then I stuffed it all in my mouth, and then I went to the bathroom and spit it out in the toilet. And when I came out, my dad had his ear to the door and he was like, bruh. And then I was sent to my room and I was crying, and then he came in and he was like, you need to apologize to your stepmom for doing that because now she thinks you hate her food. And she was just like making that up to make me feel bad, obviously. She could care less. Like, the next thing I got in trouble for was for texting somebody the poop emoji. Yeah, I got in a lot of trouble for that one. The next thing I got in trouble for was for getting car sick and throwing up in the car. And I had to clean it up after. The next thing isn't something I got in trouble for. It's just kind of a weird rule we had that we had to ask before we could have a snack or just like eat in general. Like, we had to ask before we could like eat. Like, I don't know. I didn't really realize how weird that one is until like now. But also it just doesn't make sense because it's like, you want me to eat all my food, but then when I'm not hungry you're mad at me, but then when I am hungry you're also mad at me. Like, make it make sense, pal. The next thing I got in trouble for was for bringing clothes that I bought with gift cards that my dad and stepmom gave me to my mom's house. So like, I wasn't allowed to bring anything from my dad's house to my mom's house, but obviously my mom didn't care, so like, she let me bring stuff from her house to my dad's house because like, the next thing is honestly just like a weird story that happened, but like, my old babysitter for some reason told my dad that I wanted to like my siblings, my little sibling, but luckily my dad believed me, and yeah. And the last thing I got in trouble for is telling him that I was happier at my mom's house, and that got me kicked out the house. The full story time is pinned on my page. Let me know if you think these are strict rules or not. Yeah, guys, thanks for watching.
Get ready with me whilst I tell you some really funny but traumatic experiences I had when I was at school and being a social media girl. Starting off, I think this is one that a lot of people always get shocked about because they're like, no way people asked you this. But teachers used to always ask me like, oh, how much do you earn a year? And like all these really personal questions about like my money. And like, I just always used to think I would never ask a teacher how much they earn, so why are they asking me? A lot of people always expected, like, because I had a following on social media, that a lot of people wanted to be my friend. But I'd say it was the complete opposite. People was kind of like, I don't even know what it was, but people was just so weird with me and like just was rude all the time. Be like, oh, she's a TikTok girl, like she's so prestige. But none of them would even speak to me. Like, I made some really good friends in younger years and my years, but everyone else just had such an opinion when they didn't know me, which is one thing I find with social media, and a lot of my friends had the same issues growing up on social media. It's really annoying. I think one of the most funny, memorable things is the rumours people used to make about me, which was so far from the truth, and it used to literally make me giggle so much because I'd be like, that's just not true. Like, basically, some girls was throwing balls at the back of my head in PE, and I felt really dizzy, so I went to the medical woman, and they made me like tell them what happened because I was like, I don't really care. But
I had to tell medical what happened, and then medical told pastoral, which is like the people that like try to sort out problems. And I remember I was like, oh, this is just going to get me so much more problems. And then the whole of year 8 and 9, I had a rumour going around that apparently my parents paid the school to get me out of trouble. And my dog's sneezing like mad. Are you okay? But no, like, there was seriously a rumour going around that my parents owned part of the school. My parents paid the teachers not to get me in trouble. But in reality, they was all the ones that was being naughty and not me. That's why I just never got in trouble, because I was just the blooming victim of it all. But yeah, that was a very good rumour that went around. Everyone literally told everyone that my mum paid the school to get me out of trouble. Another thing was I was called Snobson because my last name's not actually Charlize, it's Hobson. And my whole school life, I was called Amelie Snobson because apparently I was a snob. In year 7, I had a red bag. So in year 7, most of the people used to call me Red Bag Girl because no one knew my name. If I ever had hate from anyone from school, like being horrible to me, and the school found out about it, the school would tell me to quit social media because that's the reason that I get hate. But, like, there would be kids that done dancing in my school that would get hate because they was, like, good at dancing. But they never got told to quit what they was passionate in doing. It was just because I done something different. If you want a part 2, let me know. I've got so much more.
Get ready with me. Let me be serious. Get ready with me while I tell you a story time about my boyfriend and how he cheated on me. You guys are probably thinking like, damn, how many boyfriends have you had? I've had 2. Only 2, and they've both cheated on me. All the rest are talking stages, which I do not count. Okay, so it all started by me talking to this guy for 2 years, and he had this thing where he didn't like to say happy birthday to me. Like, the first year we met, that he knew he was my birthday. Fuck off. I did not speak English. The first year that I was with him and it was my birthday, he did not say happy birthday. I was like, maybe he forgot, like, because it was really close to the time where we started dating. So I let that slide. Okay, so it comes to the second year now, and it's the day before my birthday, and he tells me that he really got in trouble in school and his mum is gonna take his phone and he wouldn't be able to say, like, happy birthday and all of that. So, right, so I was obviously pissed, but what can I actually do? Nothing. I just mixed the Flawless filter and the foundation. Look how pretty this looks. And it's the Fenty Beauty and the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless filter. Anyways, so I'm obviously a bit upset because, like, my boyfriend can't really tell me happy birthday. He can't text me on my birthday even. And most likely he can't see me. So, like, Anyways, so I somehow end up falling asleep, and then I wake up in the morning and I go downstairs. But before I go downstairs, I look at my phone, check his Snap score, because I had a gut feeling that something wasn't right. I have a good time with my family downstairs. We're eating breakfast, they made me pancakes, all of that. And then at some point, I just decide to go back up. And I check his Snap score, that's the first thing I do. And it's gone up by like 120. Guys, when I tell you I was pissed, I was trying not to cry because whenever I'm pissed, I cry. Like, bro, oh my god, it was the worst. Okay, but I didn't give up on him. I have hope in people, guys. But I just didn't text him at all. I just waited to see if he would even bother to text me. But no, it just kept going up and up and up, and he did not send me any messages. Guys, by that point, I was literally... No, look. I just ruined my beautiful highlighter. Anyways, by that point, I was already really upset, so I decided to message my friend. My friend was like, I thought you and him were over. Why are you doing this to yourself? Like, don't talk to him. He literally has another girl. I was like, what? Bear in mind, my friend is in his year group, and I wasn't even in the school. So, like... Anyway, so my friend was like, no way, you're still with him. He literally has another girl. Like, what's going on? So I was like, okay, cool, what the fuck? Like, I didn't believe her because the girl was a downgrade as well. She showed me the picture of the girl. I was like, yeah, for sure. He's talking to that. So I obviously didn't believe my friend, and I told her, like, yeah, chatting shit. So then about an hour goes by, and I remembered I had his Snap login. So I quickly log into that, and then he has a girl pinned. Like... damn. And there was a purple snap.
I opened that purple snap. It said like 15 minutes ago, something like that. And it's him and the girl kissing. Like, damn, bro, how could you do me like that? How could you actually do me like that? So you ruined my birthday and cheated on me. I don't care about the cheating part. Why did you ruin my birthday? But you know what? It's okay. I got the best man ever now. So, anyways, the makeup ate today. That's it. Hope you enjoyed.
Story time on when two girls tried to fight me over apples. Just as a bit of backstory, this was in about year 8, so, but it's still amusing to me. So anyway, the main cause of this was a boy, of course. It always is with girls. So me and this girl really liked this boy, but I had him. Anyway, it was year 8, I don't know why. I had him and she wanted him, and she'd like, I'm really sorry if you see this, but she'd like do things like so that he would like her. And I'm not gonna say what, but I think most people know what I mean. At this point, there'd been an ongoing argument of her being like, you're a fatty, all this, he doesn't want you, even though at the time I had him. And then obviously I lost him to her because I guess nice ones don't win. But anyway, so let's get back to the story time. So there was this main road near where we like all used to go out, and there was this tree and it grew apples. And everyone used to pick them off the tree and throw them at people, but there was like 2 separate groups. There was like a group from like the other side of our town, and then a group from like all of us. But at the point, I don't think that many of my group actually liked me, and I couldn't tell you why. But anyway, so we started throwing apples across the road at each other. Anyway, so little 13-year-old me was like, right, this is my chance. I'm gonna hit her with the apple. So I was aiming for her. It got pretty intense actually. I think we both took it a little bit too far. Throwing apples at each other. Anyways, I think I'd wound her up a little bit too much, and I'm just minding my own business, walking to the shop with my friends after the fact of this whole apple war, and I just see her and her friend sprinting down the road behind me, and I'm like, oh my god. So then obviously I was shitting myself, so I started running too, and all of my friends did. Oh my god, it was so bad. Anyway, I was running for a little while, then I got a bit tired. So I stopped and I was going to my friends, oh my god, like I'm going to get bad, what am I going to do? Then we got to this field and I stopped, and then I looked around me and there ended up being like 20 people, and I was just like, no, this is too embarrassing for me. So anyway, we were in this field. I can imagine we were arguing for about 20 minutes, but I can't really remember what was said. All I remember is one of my friends saw this girl, when she had a fight, she bit the other person she was having a fight with, so my friend, well, yeah, went, oh, bite me, which is quite cringe, but like it was so funny at the time. Then my other friends took up for me because obviously I was a fanny. But at the same time, what are you supposed to do when 2 girls are like trying to fight you when you're 13? After a little bit of argument, everyone was just like, oh, like this is boring, can we just go, because no one was going to fight. So it calmed down a little bit after that. And then I'm out with my friends, and then they're like, oh my god, she's coming. And she had quite a few older friends, so I was like actually like pooing myself. So little me rang my mum, Mum, I'm gonna get battered, please come. So then my mum came, and I sat in the little car park waiting patiently for her. And obviously my mum was fuming, as any mum would be, because I'd be fuming if that was my kid. Oh no. Sugar. And then, I can't speak now, I've messed up my highlighter. So my mum goes, why don't you go home and wipe your eyebrows off and then come back? Because we were in our little chavira. Then everyone was obviously like, oh, burn. Oh, spray us up the eye. I was obviously distraught, so then I got my brother to send them a video calling them scruffy. Obviously, I got absolutely tortured for that video. Like, I'm still embarrassed to this day. After this day, I probably got bullied, if that's what you want to call it, for the next 2 years of my life until I ended up moving schools. But you know, it's character development. Sorry if you can hear my mum hoover, but me and this girl have squashed the beef now. We're friends, but I still think she has a little bit of hatred towards me, but I've never given her a reason to, so